Trees are very significant in the One Piece story. I know, you must be like, Kash, are you smoking trees? Yes, but that's not what we're here to talk about. Let me give you a couple quick examples. If we look at Fishman Island, we have the sunlight tree Eve, whose roots go all the way down to Fishman Island and actually provide sunlight and oxygen to it. This is obviously a reference to the story of the Garden of Eden in the Bible, where Adam and Eve resided in paradise, but were coerced by a serpent, which was actually the devil, to take the forbidden fruit from the tree, and thus were banished from paradise. Fun fact here, the first half of the Grand Line that's not the New World is actually called Paradise as well. There's also the treasure tree, Adam, which is theorized to be located in Elbaf because it's located in a land where endless war occurs, and if you've seen Lil Garden with Dory and Broggy, you know when the giants of Elbaf enter a duel or battle or war or whatever, that shit can last forever. This tree bears the strongest wood known to man, and the Oro Jackson and the Thousand Sunny are actually both made from wood from this tree. Treasure Tree Adam is obviously another reference to Adam and Eve, but it may also be a reference to the great tree of Norse mythology, Yggdrasil. Then there's also the holy white trees of the Shandians that were said to be the resting place of their ancestors, the tree of knowledge of Ohara, which held a poneglyph that talked about the ancient history and the ancient kingdom, and the whale tree of Zo, which held a road poneglyph. Okay, now that we've established that trees are super important to different cultures in the One Piece story, I have an idea on another tree that we'll see at the Holy Land of Marijwa. That's right, I'm talking about devil fruit trees. The reason I believe that a devil fruit tree probably exists at Marijwa is because the world government has access to some of the most powerful devil fruits in the world and are able to do whatever they want with them. Whether that's giving them to some of their top agents, like how we see back in Ennie's lobby, when the two devil fruits are given to Kaku and Khalifa of CP9. I believe that at least some of the admirals likely got their super OP devil fruits in a similar way. There's also the celestial dragons feeding them to slaves out of boredom, like Boa Hancock and her sisters when they were slaves. In recent chapters, we see that the celestial dragons would have hunting competitions of random island citizens that weren't affiliated with the world government, with the prizes being these rare chests, which likely contain rare devil fruits. Which Dofi actually does something similar with Ace's devil fruit at the Coliseum in Dressrosa. This is a competition they would have every 3 years, so if they have all these devil fruits to spare, they must come from somewhere, right? And Dr. Vegapunk has only recently kind of cracked the nut on creating devil fruits, and even so, he still deems them a failure if the color is wrong. Some of the few times we've seen Emu, we see them in a place that very much resembles a garden. I believe that this will be One Piece's representation of the Garden of Eden. This room is called the Chamber of Flowers and is located somewhere within the massive Pangaea Castle, and here will be where we see that there is indeed a tree that grows devil fruits. Now, I think once upon a time there was probably multiple trees like this, but I think that this one right here is going to be the last remaining devil fruit tree from a time long ago, aka the Void Century. Emu's name backwards is Umi, which means sea in Japanese and mother in Arabic. If you're familiar with Ichiro Oda, you know that this is a very well-read man, a very well-versed man when it comes to the different cultures and mythologies of people all around the world in different cultures. So I don't think that this is something that we should just overlook. If Emu is meant to be the mother of the sea, or the devil of the sea, it would make sense that whoever eats this fruit is banished from the sea by losing their ability to swim. Let me know what you think about this theory down in the comment section below. And if you like the video, do all the YouTube things like, comment, subscribe. And if you want to see who the true powerhouse of the Holy Knights is going to be, spoiler alert, it's not St. Garling, check out the video that'll be on the screen.